I just came across some disturbing posts about South Africa on social media, and I honestly pity these our people, because if somebody had told South Africans that this your you are doing on social media, this your nonsense attacks on Nigerians and your fellow black people, this thing when they do so when I don't like black people, that thing is the worst decision you people are taking, they wouldn't have ever believed. You understand? As we are talking, the situation is getting worse by the day. What problem is South Africa not facing? Because right now, it seems like everything about the country is problem. Everything about the country is problem. Right now, they bleed. I saw that South Africa is bleeding in serious trouble, no jobs, serious catastrophe. Ser- I saw a South African man, black man, begging for his life in front of a white man. God, I say Jesus Christ in my country. South African man, black man, healthy man, human being. Now see the white man carry gun. He stand for front. The black South Africa come dey beg for his life. You see a man reduced into nothing, begging for his life. Make the white man no shoot him, because the white man has total control of his life. Total control of his life. But this same black South African, see them when they are marching to poor remote areas where you find Zimbabweans, where you find poor Nigerians struggling. See the confidence, see the courage you come with to be attacking them, to be telling them, oh, leave this country. South Africa belongs to South Africans. South Africans belong to South Africans. We want South Africans first. You're taking our jobs. That's the audacity. But when the white man did their front, they go the peace for their pants. They go the wee on themselves. That is how the white man has successfully destroyed South Africa. That's how America and these people don't successfully make South Africa useless. They don't make even the South African citizens, they useless inside their own country. That is the magnitude of the problem at hand, my brothers and sisters. See, if somebody is saying this thing to you, you will never understand until he reads South Africa and explains to you their situation. You go know say wahala dey on ground. You understand? You will know that this trouble that invited upon themselves is big and there is no way out. I'm telling you, there is no way out. How can you tell me that somebody leaves the United Kingdom? This story will continue to baffle me till thy kingdom come. How will somebody leave the UK, pack his bag, travel, come to South Africa as an immigrant, come and register a political party as an immigrant, use that political party and demand that the country has to separate, so that white people can have their own part of the country, so that this part can become independent. Let them use it to do whatever they want. And you South Africans, you did not have a problem. I now saw another video that Operation Dudula has disappeared. They are not in Cape Coast. They are not there. Now we are seeing EFF Julius Malema. So finally, who loves South Africa? Is it Dudula or Julius Malema? Because we see EFF Julius Malema's party, they have the audacity and the courage to mash these white people and tell them, you cannot do this in our country. But can Dudula do that? But guess what? Black South Africans are supporting Operation Dudula. They are not supporting Julius Malema, who is actually doing what is good for South Africa. Black South Africans are supporting Dudula because Dudula is feeding their ego by attacking poor foreigners from Nigeria and Zimbabwe and all these poor countries. And they are not doing anything to support EFF, Julius Malema, who are going at the white people who are destroying South Africa, who are making sure that the country is finished, making sure you South Africans have no job. And the funniest part is, even the foreigners who are working, getting well-paid jobs, living better lives, these foreigners are brought by white people. Now white people, they bring Indians to come do work. Now white people, they bring Indians, Chinese, all these engineers from Pakistan. Every engineer you see in South Africa doing any job from a different country, especially these Asians, they are brought by white South Africans to come and execute the jobs that you South Africans are not allowed to do. When Malema is singing that song, you guys don't listen. Now, white man don't destroy our country finish. A full grown ass South African man go dey beg. He go dey beg for his life. I tire. So when was the last time South Africans stood up and said enough is enough for these white foreigners who are taking control of our country? For these white foreigners who have taken everything into their, taken control over everything in this country. We are not going to tolerate it. We are not going to accept it. When was the last time? Look at what America has done to your economy. You guys are literally finished. Now even Israelites are more relevant in your country than you are. Now Ukrainian citizens are more relevant in your country because they are what? White. You see how white people... I was telling somebody the other day, I said, bro, everywhere white people find themselves, they protect each other. They help each other. But everywhere we blacks find each other, no, we have problem with each other. We don't want to see each other. And that is the real reason why we black people, we still gonna have problems. We are still not gonna have freedom. We are still going to be suffering. Because we don't behave like these white people. How can America be protecting white people in South Africa? Israel, white people from Israel, protected. White people from Ukraine, protected. Something they do that we don't do. Meanwhile, the black South Africans, instead of that to protect black entrepreneurs from Nigeria, black entrepreneurs from Zimbabwe, black entrepreneurs from other African countries that can also infiltrate, let the black entrepreneurial community in South Africa grow bigger and stronger. Instead of them to think in that direction, they cannot, because they are obsessed with jealousy, with envy. So why is the white man, why are white people finding it so easy to destroy South Africa? Why are white people taking control over South Africa? But they can't do that in Nigeria. Ask yourself. They can't do that in Nigeria. Foundations matter. You see, that's why I will always say this. Nelson Mandela, for me, he didn't do the job. What we celebrate him for, what the world is celebrating Nelson Mandela for, he did not do the job. Because the job of Nelson Mandela was simple. Give back to black South Africans their country. If you say you give back the country to them, why don't they own the land? Why is it that every major enterprise, every major company, why are all the biggest companies in South Africa owned by white people? Why? Because they were never taken in the first place. Nothing happened. The white man simply said, okay, let us sign a paper and agree that you black people, you are free to do whatever you want. You're free doesn't mean you're actually free. You are free to own the land doesn't mean you own the land. You're free to come to our schools doesn't mean after graduating from our schools you get the jobs that our children will get. You are free to eat with us or go wherever you want in the country, move around. Doesn't mean you have access to enter. Because Orania will say do not enter. Other parts will say do not enter. So I personally don't rate Nelson Mandela. He didn't do any job. He didn't accomplish anything. So from the beginning, South Africans have been manipulated. South Africans have been used. South Africans have been treated as if they were free, but they were not. And then they trap them with a small free education, free government grants, just some little free things to keep them quiet. And then the white man continued owning everything. The white man continued controlling everything. So it's very easy. It's very easy. Why? It's so very easy for white people to just do whatever they want to do in South Africa anytime, because they are the ones that own the capital. They fund who they want to fund. No president will become president in South Africa if the white people are not okay with that president. They will fund your campaign, fund your elections, and promote you and tell you this is what you do when you become president. If you don't do it, you can't. The moment you want to take policies and decisions that will go against the white people in South Africa, you are kicked out. The same white system will find another black and fund that black to make him kick you out. Like the way they are funding Dudula right now. They are telling Dudula, take this money, convince your people. Make sure this man, what is this, Ramaphosa, One of the best presidents South Africa ever had, just because he just wanted to collect the land from white people. He just wanted to make sure that equality, he just wanted to implement rules that will really make South Africa better for black South Africans. But let me tell you today, the black South Africans are the highest people that are saying that their president should be chased out. He should resign. They should do national law, shut down and push him out. Why? Because the white people have funded that belief. The reason why South Africa is first of all facing difficulties today is because this president struggled to change the status quo and give black people the opportunity to get back that country. And America was not happy with that. That's why Trump said he's marginalizing white people in South Africa because of the decisions he was about to take. But you black South Africans, you don't get sense to understand that. This kind of manipulation cannot happen in Nigeria because Nigeria is owned by Nigerians. The biggest businesses in Nigeria are owned by black Nigerians. Like the biggest companies, the biggest entrepreneurs are black people. So how will you do that? You can't. So it's a shame. It's really a shame that black South Africans have been so easily manipulated by white people, so easily controlled by white people, and they turn around, hurt each other, turn around, bring each other down, and they're also bringing down the other Africans. It's a disgrace. And I hope that South Africans one day will understand that what they are doing is not good for themselves. It is what it is. Your boy Jim Max on this one again. Smash the like button, smash notification bell. Come back anytime you're free. Of course, better one way come up next time. You go enjoy more than this one. God bless you. Cheers.